You gotta learn, rookie. You gotta be ready for showtime.
We are live.
All right, let's see if I can get it over here.
I like his setup.
All right, let me get it over here on my YouTube. All right, kill that mic. There we go. Man, I'm like half off the screen. I guess
That's better.
That's better.
Yep.
Now we're all live. We're live now, gentlemen. I want to say something real quick for anybody that comes in to watch to see what this big news is after the live's over. I'll put a timestamp down below when we start talking about that. That way you don't have to sit here and watch a live that's already occurred because nobody likes to do that. All right, let's sit here and wait for some people to show up. I put it out there.
I just
Might
now
be
got
just
a
a three.
notification.
Yeah, we'll have to work on Steve posting stuff. So, Steve, social media, you've got Facebook. Is that it?
Instagram, which I rarely use.
Yeah, I use Instagram. It's just harder to post this kind of stuff on Instagram because basically you can't post links. So you have to go into your profile and change your profile. You got a link place in there. And then when you post something about it, you got to say link in profile. So when I do lives, I never post it in my Instagram. I just do it on Twitter. I do it on my Facebook page, the AJ Outdoors one. I do it, of course, in our outdoor one that Nick started. And then I don't know if I post on any other Facebook. Of course, Twitter. So now we wait, gentlemen. This is part of the whole live stream thing, sitting here and waiting. How you guys doing today? Typical Monday?
Yep.
Yeah, I started at the sewer plant this week today, so
That sounds shitty.
it is. It wasn't too bad. The new guy got to start pulling beds today on the Bobcat, so it's the first time he had done that, so that helped me out.
That's cool.
Be a decent Monday.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, ours was weird. So last night, I know some of you guys mad and don't watch football. I still try to watch it, though. A lot of the stuff is making me mad, too. But our internet went out, like, in the middle of that Cowboys game, which I'm not a Cowboys fan. But I was watching football. And this is Texas. So I know everybody else around here who are Cowboys fans, they probably lost their shit when the internet went out. Because it wasn't us. We were checking everything, running through the house. And then finally Audrey got on the phone and they had a message that there was an outage in our area. So it's like, damn. And then this morning we got up and it's like things are working. And then all of a sudden went down again. And we both have to use internet to work from home. So then she gets on the phone again and the guy's like, I'm going to change this one thing else. And so it's been up and down. But by, I'll say 1 or 2 in the afternoon, everything was good. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah, where is everybody at?
I'm looking at that, and I can see where Grant's posted, but there's no place for me to type in anything on my screen.
So straight below where it says, where's everyone at? There should be a post a comment block down there.
Nothing.
You can't scroll down or anything?
Nope.
Let me do something here. Let me go.
If I go to private chat, let me try this. Did that come up?
Nope. All right. So you're looking at the screen real quick?
Yeah.
So Grant posted, you should have something like this right below it.
I have everything except where post a comment. I can see StreamYard, Grant, but no place. Wait a minute. Let me try something here.
Should be right underneath your name. Yeah, I think you typed in the private chat on StreamYard. You put test.
Yep.
Yeah, that was in the private chat on StreamYard.
Okay, so
let's see it.
So I'm in the comments. I can read the comments, but there's no place for me to post. So that's okay. I'll just read and talk.
Yeah, it showed we had a number 4 in here for a split second, and they left.
I said, these guys are idiots. I'm out of here. I'm hoping Stanley still drops in for a bit. We'll give it time. Man, this GoPro 5 is starting to piss me off. It's my newest one, and it's the one I bought it right before we went to Jamaica, right? And it has a different audio connection and everything than the ones before. They want you to buy more stuff. So I buy the stuff that you have to plug this thing into it, then plug your microphone into that thing. And so it's one of those ones where I got set up where you can do one touch. So here, I'll show you. So the normal startup power button is on the side right here. But when you want to like start recording or stop recording, it's right here. So I can start it with this button, and then I can start recording and stop recording. When I stop, the camera stays on, which of course is using your battery even though it's not recording, and doesn't use as much. But there's a setting in it where you can have it off like it is right now and just push this button and it'll come on and start recording. Push this button, it'll stop and turn off. So that's what I wanted because it saves battery time better. So I get it all set up, hook this microphone up to it. We're in Jamaica, we're on the fishing trip, I'm using it, and all of a sudden, the first time I hit the button, it starts recording, I got good audio and all that. Every time after that, I have no audio. So I'm like, what's wrong with this piece of junk? So I'm talking to a friend, we do some research, and because of the way you have to plug a microphone into this, you have to start it with the main button on the side and leave it on. And then you can record, you can stop recording, start recording again as many times as you want, and the audio will work. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got to do that. Just leave it on all the time, which kind of sucks, but it's better than nothing. So my fishing trip on Friday, I used the three different, I had my 3 plus, my 4, and the 5. And I used the 5, since I don't have an external mic on it because I didn't want to mess with it, I just use it for the intro and stuff like that where there's not a lot of wind noise. I'm looking at I pull the chip out, put it in the computer. I'm going to upload these clips, and I'm looking at the clips before I upload them, see, because some just aren't worth uploading. It's a bunch of just dead space. So the audio is be playing audio, then it'll stop for like less than a second. It'll just drop audio completely and start again. And then every 9 seconds, drop audio, start again. I'm like, this piece of, so I'm ready to throw it against a wall, right? But I go ahead and copy the clips over because, I'm going to have to use some of it. I get out on the computer, and then when I started editing some of it today, and I start watching them again, and all of a sudden the audio is perfectly fine. So I don't know if I guess it's not the camera. I guess it's, I don't know, the chip, the card that I used. You know what I mean? What would make the audio bad playing? Because I was playing it off of the card, the SD card, and the audio was cutting out. But then when I copied it to the computer and played it on the computer, the audio was fine. So,
I don't know.
Which GoPro is it, John?
This is a GoPro 5.
That's what I have.
Yeah. So
Never done that to me.
what do you do with for an external mic on yours?
I don't have an external mic.
Yeah. Well, God bless you. Hey, how deep are we into this and nobody's here?
8:45.
Wow, this is the longest I've ever gone without anybody showing up.
It's showing me that there's 4, but whoever it is isn't commenting.
Yeah, I see 4 watching now, but no comments. Weekend Warrior, there it is. That's who's in here. All right, Weekend. Thank you for stopping in. When you guys bring up some kind of topic to talk about until we get into the guts of this thing, what you guys got going on? Steve, I see you went fishing and you went to Erie, I think.
Went to Erie, was hoping to get on some walleye and got nothing. So we switched over. Luckily, I brought the perch rods. So we started fishing for perch and we got a dozen perch. And then that one catfish that my Uper buddy caught, he never caught a catfish before. And that was on my micro light rod. So it was a fight for him. It was fun. Hey, Weekend Warrior.
So why did it become a video?
But there was not enough to do any kind of a video. Didn't have enough footage. So
okay.
That's the way it is.
I was gonna say a few perch and a catfish, you can make something out of it if you really need to. I've done it with a couple catfish and a drum. So
Yeah.
that video, remember I was talking on the group how that video was showing 400 something views, and then in studio it was showing only like 60 something views. That I guess fixed itself, because now it shows it's like 412 or something, and it shows it anywhere I look at it. So I guess it was just like, I think Grant said probably some kind of glitch, and I guess that's what it was. Well, it was weird because it would show when I first went in 400 something views, and it's number 1 out of 10. You know, when you're looking in your panel or whatever, and then I would refresh the screen, and it would be 60 something views, number 7 out of 10. I'm like, what the hell? Refresh the screen or go back in, it would be 400 and something views, but still number 7 out of 10. Well, all those ones above it didn't have over 400 views. So I was like, what are they doing? So I was just wondering when it was all done if it was going to end up being the 400 something views or just 60 something views. I didn't, but it looks like it kept the views, which is nice. But it's just weird.
Yeah, it glitches every now and then. And back on your memory card, Dill, I've had a few files corrupt before.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything with.
I've had that. I just chalked it up as something that happens with freaking GoPros. Is I'll have like maybe 10 clips, video clips on a card, and I'll get 8 of them uploaded perfectly. They work fine, and then number 9 and 10, there's that error message saying that there was something wrong with it. And sometimes it's like, oh, that was some of the best footage, so that's frustrating. I wish I could find a better camera out there, but for what we do, I got the Canon. That's a real nice camera, but I'm chicken shit. I don't take that on the boat because I don't want it. That was more expensive than, that's 2 or 3 GoPros. So I didn't want to get it wet and ruin it. So it's never even gone out on the boat with me. I'll do intros, outros. I'll do, when I'm shooting the maintenance stuff on the boat, I'll use it for that kind of stuff. But so I wish there was something more reliable and user-friendly than GoPro's user-friendly until you go from, like I said, a 4 to a 5, and all of a sudden it doesn't use the same components as the 4 did. You can't use the same microphone setup as the 4 did. You know what I mean? And then I don't know about the 6, 7, and 8 because I ain't even worried about spending that kind of money. Because I'll be honest, I'm a little bit like, do I want to go spend that kind of money on a camera that might work just as bad as this 5 does?
I found, John, what really works the best for me is my phone. I've got, you've seen the Canon 70D that I use, and I also have the GoPro, but my phone, I found, different ways in the boat, like you've seen, that I can mount that. And that seems to be my best choice for making video out of. The problem that I have is when I try to take it from my phone and put it onto my computer, it's like sometimes it'll accept it, sometimes it won't. So you just keep trying. So if I've taken, let's say, 20 clips throughout the day, I'll work my butt off in order to get those 20 clips into my desktop so that I can edit them. Now, if I use the SD card out of my GoPro or my Canon, it accepts them all right now. There's no problem at all. Just boom, it's uploaded. So I don't know. I've thought maybe it's different cords. I don't know what the problem is, but I just am patient and keep trying until I get it.
My problem with my phone is audio. So my last phone, Samsung Galaxy S7 or whatever it was, had a regular plug on the bottom of it where you could plug in a microphone like I'm using today, right? And go, rock and roll. This new one doesn't have one at all. So I looked up, I found an adapter for where the power plug plugs in. I bought it. Here it is right here, right? So that plugs into the phone. And I'm thinking, oh, I can plug a microphone right in that end. No, you can plug a headset in this end, but the headset and the microphone have a different size plug. So now I'm trying to find a microphone, external microphone for the phone, just because I want to put something on it, find something where I can take care of the wind noise, like this does. So that's my frustration with the phone. The phone shoots really good video. The other thing I would have to learn is, you can shoot video like if you're doing a selfie type video, but that's typically, depending on the phone, that's typically a lower quality video than when you're shooting it off the backside camera, right? But with the phone, it's hard for me is it pointing right at me? If I'm not looking at the screen, is it pointing at me? Is it getting what I want it to get? So I guess it's just, I haven't used it enough to shoot video, so I don't have the confidence in shooting video with it. You'll see this video that I post. It's not going to post on Wednesday now, or you won't see it in the video. So I'll explain it. There's the picture I posted of me with that 22-pound cat. I've got a mount on my center console that holds the phone, and I just put it to a timer for the picture, hit the button, and held the fish up and got the picture. So I have the capability. I'm just worried about the audio coming off.
You don't use your Canon because you're afraid to take it in the boat. Is that saltwater issues mostly?
It's any water issues. I'm afraid it's going to get wet. And you've seen what's his name down in Florida had the exact same camera and his fell overboard. So there's $600-700 gone.
Yeah.
Hooked up to, I haven't had any issues with GoPro 5 Black, knock on wood. I always format my card before I start the day. That's probably a good idea. Now, hooked up and backlash. I don't know if you were on where I was talking about it earlier. My issue with the 5, biggest issue is audio. It sucks, and it's hard to get a working external microphone for it. There's all these, you have to have something that plugs into this certain port that's not the same as any other GoPro, older GoPro. And then you can plug your microphone into that, but then you can't use the instant on and off up here. You have to start out. It just seems to be a whole rigmarole. Also, on top of that, the video is coming out in Wednesday, hooked up backlash. Robert, I specifically talked to you on the video, so check it out. I'll make you an offer, buddy.
Hey, John, nice glass.
Oh, you like that? I can't even read it now. If you can read it, it would say A&J Outdoors on it. Hey, there you go. That looks familiar. Nice. All right. Let's see, right, brought up before, I use iPhone with external mic Rode. See, and this is a Samsung Galaxy S10 Note. So I'm looking for somebody in the YouTube realm who uses this phone to give me advice. Hey, Adam, to give me advice on the best external microphone with some wind reduction capability for this phone. Because I'll definitely use the phone more if I can just get a microphone external that works with it.
Hooked up and backlash, you said that you use your iPhone with an external mic. What iPhone do you have? Mine's a 6. I don't know if there's any place to hook up an external mic to it.
Typically wherever your earplugs would plug in.
Is that it?
I think so. But he could answer it better since he's got an iPhone.
It's probably an auxiliary jack.
Could be. I have no idea. My wife's got an iPhone, but I'm not an iPhone person.
Me neither.
Hi, Adam. I also missed saying hello to Hooked Up and Backlash. I'm kind of behind in the chat.
I think my next camera, sports action camera wise, is going to be a DJI Osmo.
Been seeing some video. I haven't watched them like to compare, but I've been seeing that people are posting a lot of videos about them lately, comparing them to GoPro. So I don't know. What do you like about it? What's making you feel good about it?
Well, like you were saying with your phone, you can't see. It has a screen on the videoing side of the camera. So you can see.
So this is the lens. There's a video side on this side of the camera.
Yep.
Oh, that's game changer, because I was talking about my phone like that. Now this GoPro, you can look at the back and see where it's facing if I set it up on a boat. But the older ones that I use, if I got one here, the 4 has it, so you can see it on there on the back of the 4, but the 3 Plus doesn't have it. there was another piece you could buy that would attach to it and give you a screen and make it thicker, not fit the same compartments. So I never did it. So, but having it on the front, that's a game changer. What else? What about, have you done any research as far as audio on them and that kind of stuff?
I haven't on the audio. No, but yeah, it's got a screen on the front and the back. And, it's about the same size.
Yeah. Well, after getting my Mavic Mini, it's a DJI drone, and actually hooked up in Backlash has the same drone. I'm pretty sold on their products. That little drone is pretty decent, and it's not 4K, it's 2 point something K, right? But the video quality I get out of it, you guys seen it in Steve's video for when we fished together. It's excellent. So yeah, I would be. What's the price? Have you compared prices? See how they compare relatively to a new GoPro?
You can get one for $250.
Oh shit!
Yeah, $250.
That might be worth a try. Did Stanley Orchard sneak in?
Stanley
Yep,
in.
All right, Stanley. Good to see you here, brother. Who else? Adam, doesn't the GoPro Max have a front-facing LCD? I don't know. The GoPro Max, I think, is their 360. So I haven't looked into that yet, so I don't know much about it. DJI makes a nice product. Yeah, most movie sets use DJI equipment. I wouldn't be surprised. The only drawback, if you're gonna ever look for drones, is the Mavic Mini. Because it's a mini, you get around some of the regulations. You don't have to register or nothing. It's under the weight requirement. But because it's a mini, if you got some wind, you're probably not going to be able to fly it because the wind will blow that thing away. I don't know what winds I've been in, but I know I've had it up before and gotten up to a certain point because, up in there, the wind's going to be much higher than they are on the surface. And I'm getting it up 200-300 feet, and all of a sudden I get a high wind warning, and I bring it down right away, just because I don't want to deal with that. So that's just a little side notes. Man, so I'm still looking for a microphone for a Samsung Galaxy S10. That'll work. Stanley, I crashed my drone yesterday. Oh, that ain't good, brother. I've been lucky I haven't done that. You guys ready to announce anything yet? Are we ready to go over our big announcement, gentlemen?
Sure. Stanley, busy? Too busy to do stuff, or
Oh, where'd John go?
he just appeared? Max has 2 limits. Well, all right. You fishing any this week?
Me? No,
No.
I don't think so.
Work.
Got some jobs I got to get caught up on. A couple estimates I got to go do. So if I do, it'll be spur of the moment.
Yeah, Stanley.
Where did I go?
John.
There he is.
I can come up, still open. Stanley's asking if he can come in, I guess.
Yeah, you can come in. Where's he at?
Yep, links in the chat.
Links in the chat, Mr. Stanley. Come on in. Once I see you, I'll add you.
I see Adam says that he's built over 60 different drones. My grandson was in Naval Sea Cadets, and one of the things that they had was a program where they would teach him to build drones. And I says, why don't you do that? I'd love to have a drone. I'll pay you whatever it is, but it's not going to happen. He decided he don't want to be in Sea Cadets anymore.
Oh, shoot. There's Mr.
That would have been kind of cool if he would have built one. There's Stanley.
What's up, guys?
Sir, we haven't announced anything yet, but we're about to.
I'm looking forward to it. I just shared this out. I didn't share it to YouTube, but I put it on Twitter. It's about all the opportunity I had.
No worries, brother. No worries. So, Hooked Up Backlash says he's got an iPhone 10 X Max. Paul Ash. It's a little bit newer than your iPhone 6 or whatever you got.
I heard y'all talking something about mic ports or something on those. Is someone having a mic issue?
Mr. Steve has an iPhone 6, and he's trying to.
I just wondered if there was an external mic on the iPhone 6 that I have.
Or one.
I didn't know there was, if there is one.
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
There's no way to hook one to it?
Yeah, you have to get a dongle that plugs into that charger port.
Kind of like the one I bought. But this one for my Samsung won't take a mic. It'll only take a headset. I can plug a headset in that, but a microphone won't plug into it. So I guess I got to find.
John, that was one of the things I was going to ask you to show me when you were up at Au Gray was how you do that recording. I know you did a video on it of how you join the two. Like you can be, you got like a separate recorder that's doing your voice and then match it up to your video.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you how you did that, but we just had so much fun. I never got around to it.
Okay. Well, that'll be something we can. I actually, Infantry Outdoors is a person. I bought the same external microphone. This is just a voice recorder with a mic that you wear, right? And then you match it up when you're doing your editing. And he actually has a video on it. So instead of me saying, "Yeah, I'll do another video on it,"
Watch it.
yeah, go check his out. Okay. All right. So time check. We're 26 minutes in. Folks, we're going to do something different with the live streams. This is the last live stream that I'm going to do here on this channel. Don't all start crying at once, right? And boo-hooing. I know you'll miss it. But actually, it's going to get better. We're actually, my live streams are moving back to the main channel. And because we are doing a group, we've got 4 YouTubers that you see on your screen right now that are going to rotate the live stream. In other words, this week I'm doing the live stream. Hey, everybody come on in. 1, 2, 3. These guys might be on panel with us. Next week, someone else is taking up the live stream, right? And is going to do our live stream for next week. Next week after that, it'll be another live streamer and so on. So the 4 of us are going to kind of just piggyback off each other. So it keeps one person from having to do a live stream every week, right? And it lets us have different personalities involved in the live streams. I'll show you something real quick here, if I can. Let me go.
Adam says, "Rest in peace, live stream."
Yeah, all right.
Rest in pieces.
Let's see if this works. We'll see if it works real quick here. That's not the one I want, but it's going to get there. Trust me, it's going to get there.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. All right. So Outdoors Live, and then each individual is going to have, a thumbnail, basically their thumbnail of Outdoors Live. So like I said, I'm introducing it tonight with the guys. Next week, it's going to be Stanley Orchard. Now, will it be Monday at 5 p.m.? No, it's going to be when it works best for Stanley to do a live. But we're going to, in advance, on social media, let everybody know where it is, when it is, and who's hosting it, right? And then those of us that know we can jump on board on the panel with them, well, we'll let you know that too. So next week, it's going to be Stanley Orchard. So he's kind of our pilot. He's going to be the first one under the Outdoors Live name, right? So it's going to be Outdoors Live with Stanley Orchard. You're going to see that. And then after that, I think Mr. Grant McIntosh is jumping on and so forth. So each week it could be a different date and time just because of the individual that's actually doing the live. It's got to fit in, right? What we all laughing at? Did I miss something more? Rest in peace live stream. Y'all look like you're about to drop a country album. Hey, thank you, Mr. Stanley Orchard, for the thumbnail. He did multiple. You guys haven't seen them yet. But yeah, he rocked it. What, do we want to see those? Let's see if I can go this way one. All right, so when it's next week, that's the one we're going to see right there, Stanley Orchard. There's a basic. Let's go back a couple.
Yeah, in case anybody doesn't like their picture, I misspell a name. I got that on there so anybody can update theirs as they want.
Cool. I'll probably do a different picture. I was kind of playing around with those.
Same here. I went with just the generic picture I happen to have on there.
That picture is well suited for the video that's coming out Wednesday, though.
Yeah, it is.
And then grumpy old man picture.
You missed my best side.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's see. I think I stopped sharing my screen. Yes, maybe. Are we back to normal?
Yep.
Okay. Stanley is clearly playing the drum.
I see what you did there.
So that's the big news. And I'll put a timestamp for anybody that comes in late so they can just go to it and see it. But it should be a lot of fun. You got, my ugly mug, and then these three guys. And if you've been to any of our lives, I don't think Steve's done a live yet, but he's gonna. But Stanley definitely has, and Grant definitely has. We all have our different ways of how we do our lives, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And for me, I don't have to worry every week, man, what are we going to talk about this week? Even though this week we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's weeks where I'm sitting there like, it's 4 o'clock. I got a 5 o'clock live, and I'm like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So,
hey, the thing that I really like about this, other than just hanging out with you guys, is always a blast. But the thing that I'm really stoked about, there's so many times you've done a live stream and you're talking about something when I'm driving home or something's going on, and I get animated. I'll be sitting there screaming at my phone, and I get the fire fingers going, texting answers. You've seen it in the chat where I've just got like 50 messages back to back. I'm glad to be able to talk to people now and kind of get it off my chest and vent without wearing out my fingers.
I got big fingers, so I get a bunch of typos, and people are like, "That's a illiterate son of a gun," but it's just that I got fat fingers.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's gonna be a good time.
I'm looking forward to it. This is good. I'm super excited about this. This is going to be cool.
Boom! I just seen the shirt. Nice, Grant. Stand up and show that one more time. Man,
you can't see the little text, and maybe not everybody thinks this is as funny as I do, but it says on there, I stole this shirt from Stanley Orchard, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Is that in your merch link?
Yeah.
Cool. And for anybody who's watching that, I assume everybody knows everybody on the screen. If you don't, the link to everybody's channel is down below. The link to my main channel, which again, I won't be doing the lives on this channel anymore. Link to Steve's channel, Stanley's channel, Grant's channel are all in the description below. That way you can find them. What's going on? So Stanley posted a video today. I'm like, man, and I said it in the comments, that's something that people ask about all the time. Oh, I broke the tip off my fishing rod. Is there a way to fix it? Well, if you're in that boat or you've ever been in that boat and you still don't know, check out Stanley's video from today, and he will educate you on what you do about a situation where you broke a tip off your fishing rod. Right,
man, I tell you what, I advise this to everybody, especially everybody. Hey, Weekend Warrior, hey, how's it going, man? I saw you just jumping in there. But this is a lesson learned for every single person that can hear me talking right now. I broke the tip on the rod, and I did this 1.5 years ago. And so I was at the store, and I ran across one of those kits, and I was like, okay, well, I like this rod. I want to get this thing fixed, and I don't know what size it is. So I just grabbed this kit for $7, like, okay, I'm fixing this rod now. And I get home, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to fix this rod without running the camera on it. So I never do this, but for this particular video, I actually did the keyword research before I made the video. And I was like, wow, the results on that were some of the best results I've ever seen on keyword research. Like, people search for that, and nobody's making videos about it because it's stupid easy. And everybody who would make a video is like, that's dumb, I'm not making that video. But people are searching for it. And man, I made that video, and I'm not actually doing great on it. I would actually suggest, if anybody else is doing it, make another video. I would make another one. If I go to, you might see me do it again. If I break another rod, or if I get an opportunity, I might fix another one on video, just because I kind of flubbed up a little bit when I actually posted the video. It was a little bit of a lazy post. I didn't promote it the way I should have, but that's a real, like, that is how that should be done. If you're going to do something, do it on camera, and do it just 20 minutes of research before you do it, because that thing has the potential to take off like your battery video did.
Yeah. And that's still, I mean, it's dropped off now. My numbers are going down, but it's still killing it. I think.
But that's seasonal. It'll come back.
Yeah, I think I'm over 60,000 views on that video.
Wow.
Yeah, it's top dog on my channel for sure.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had one hit that high yet. You got me beat.
It'd be nice if it was more than one. I did notice there's a trickle down from that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it started racking up, like getting, 10,000 views in a month, all of a sudden my other You Do It videos started picking up. So it's like something. And then when I looked in my analytics, it wasn't like external. It was suggested, right? And, YouTube search. So I know they're putting it out there in front of more people for me, and I think that's what brought all my videos up. Now, of course, it's tapered off, and I got to find that next superstar video. And for me, historically, it has not been my fishing videos, even though that's what I do. I love my fishing videos. It's been most of my do-it-yourself videos.
My thought, and I don't know how correct I am on this, I'm actively researching how to get 100K videos right now. I'm doing my work with TubeBuddy, and I'm researching what you need to do to make that happen. And one thing that I do kind of see, what was that?
Girls in bikinis.
Oh, yeah, no. That's the million view level. I'm just talking about, I just want 100K. I want the working man blue collar views.
Yeah.
But one thing that I'm kind of learning on this is, obviously there, suggested is the traffic that you really want to target, but also search. We all target search and hope for suggested. You can take both approaches, which is what I do. And actually you do the same. Everybody here pretty much does. Be mindful of that. You can target search, with your battery video, your how-tos, your repair work. Target search. You're going to get steady, evergreen views out of that.
Yeah.
And then your fishing content, keep doing what you're doing, because it's not many people out there who are physically capable of doing what you're able to do with the fishing content. And you have the potential, and we've all seen it, you have the potential of one of those just popping, just going off on suggested. And I think those, I would suspect those will do better in suggested than a how-to. I don't know that for sure, but I would think that would be the way that would go. So it's good to be aware and do both. Be prepared for both.
Yep. Still, I've got more how-tos planned. I've been, for me, the how-tos in South Texas are about now. This time of the year, I can start doing them again, because it's too damn hot outside to be out there in the summertime doing a how-to video, because then the video is just my big fat butt sweating all over the place. So it's cool. Well, still, it's fall here, guys, but it's still 90 degrees out. So
it's still
South Texas. But it is cooling off, and we've got some cooler weather coming in the next month or so. So I'm looking forward to that. Then I can get out there. I've got my next one is lights. I'm doing some interior lights on the boat. It's got 2 little courtesy lights that are orange on the center console, and that's it. So at night, if I'm on the boat, I turn the lights on. I get these 2 little lights on. So I bought like 10 LEDs, blue LEDs. I'm going to replace those 2 and then put them around the base, bottom of the boat. So if I turn the lights on, the boat's flood. I might put one in the live well, might put one in the compartment where I keep my fishing tackle. I got to plan it out still. So I haven't even got that far. But that's
that's cool.
You need to do a boat alarm video.
I don't have a boat alarm.
One of my friends does. You even walk by that damn boat and it starts setting off.
Holy cow. Thankfully, I haven't needed that yet, but I could see where, certain places you go and if you got to park overnight, you're staying in a questionable area because you want to fish somewhere around there. I guess I could imagine people messing with the boat. I would have liked to have that when I traveled from here to Michigan, because I towed my boat from here all the way up to Michigan. I had a nice travel cover on it, but still, a pocket knife gets through that travel cover. So yeah, that probably is a good idea, but it'd be lower on my priorities right now, money on spending.
Well, he fishes in the Detroit River, and we know Detroit can sometimes be a little bit rough. And he stays at one of the campgrounds down there. It's a nice campground, but that doesn't mean that there isn't people that still go to the campground that would maybe do something. So that's why he did it.
Yeah, I've seen people post on different Facebook pages here in Texas where they got a lake house and they got their own boat dock and a lift, and they keep their boat there. And some scumbags get on a boat at night and go buy all these different boat lists with other boats and get up in there and see what they can steal out of their boats.
Take the lower unit.
They're notorious down here for going by those lift slips, the ones with the nylon lifts, and just going and cutting them and dragging that boat out of there.
Oh, taking the whole dang boat. Holy crap.
Yeah, or anything off of it, screw it, whatever. But yeah, you can take the whole boat that way.
They can take a lower unit pretty easily too.
Yeah.
The guys that know what they're doing.
Yeah, a lower unit doesn't take much to remove, and it's a very expensive piece. People can suck, It's a good thing we got to get through.
What is it with like fishermen? It's such a I don't know, high contrast demographic. Like you have the really good guys, salt of the earth, everybody friend, help people out on the water when they're in need, and then you have that guy stealing lower units out of a boat barn.
Yeah,
there's no middle ground.
Yeah.
Here's a true story. A couple of weeks ago, my friend Aaron was out in Muskegon. He was salmon fishing. A call comes over the radio. Someone's in distress. Well, they give the coordinates, and Aaron's quite a ways away from it. But the guy puts out another call, and still nobody. So Aaron pulls all of his downriggers in, takes off, and goes there. And when he gets there, there's like 7 or 8 other boats in the close area. And everybody's got their, marine radios on. He pulls up by one guy and he says, "Is this the guy that's, in need?" He said, "Yeah, I heard him on the radio, but I figured when I got done fishing, I'd go help him out." Not cool.
Takes all kinds.
Yep.
No. I got a funny story for you guys. So we're on Calaveras Lake night fishing. Me, Joe Willis, you guys have all seen him if you watch my videos. He fishes with me a lot. And one other individual, I think it was Marcus Cherry. And I think it's the first time we night fish there. We're going to anchor up. We're going to catch some fish, cats and reds. And so we're anchored up. We catch a few little fish here and there. It's early though. It's only like, 10 o'clock at night. And there's a boat off maybe 75 yards from us, anchored up. All of a sudden, they're making a lot of noise over there. And then we see they're flashing a light. I'm like, oh, crap. They must have a problem over there. And Joe Willis, God bless him, is like, just don't look. He didn't want to ruin his fishing night, have him go help somebody. I'm like, come on, man. So we reel in, go over there. Sure enough, the guy's got a new deck boat. He just bought it. It's used, but he just bought it. And it's got a dual battery system on it. He doesn't know how to work it. We messed with it a few times. I got jumper cables. We tried to jump it. Nothing worked. So we hook up and tow him in. So, of course, Joel's pissed because he don't want anything to mess with his fishing. As we're getting into the docks, as soon as we get like on shore, to the dock where he can get out of his boat, the guy in the boat I pull, first thing he says to me is, "Hey man, I don't have any money." I was like, I wasn't going to ask you for any money, but just if you're ever out here again and someone else, needs a hand, do the same thing for them. And then after that, of course, I got pulled in, I don't know, once or twice at least with boat problems. So it comes around, goes around. But legally, I don't know if I know in Texas, legally, you cannot leave somebody who is having boat problems.
Yeah.
It's against the law to not help them. So that's good to know, because if you catch a son of a gun who didn't help, then maybe report their sorry butts.
I never thought about charging people for that. You see enough of them out there. Of course, I've been that guy enough times that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be charging people. We were out there one time. We were about 8 miles out of port, I think, and a couple miles offshore, just outside of shipping lane, fishing. And we couldn't get the engine to start. Couldn't get it to go back up. It was me, my dad, and my brothers, and we were sitting out there fishing. We had a blast. We were having a good time. But we sat out there for about 4 hours waiting for someone to pass by. We finally saw that boat coming. 3 in the afternoon. We're like, it's getting a little bit late. We really need to figure this out. See a boat coming. So we start waving and stuff. Everybody's waving at the boat. I'm like, dude, those guys are a couple miles away. There's no way they're seeing us. That they cannot see us doing this. I was like, let's use a flare. That's what they're for. We've never used one. Just pull the damn flare and let's just fire them off, and then we'll refill. It's like $12 for flares. Who cares? Just use it. That's what it's for. So we're like, everybody's like, yeah, smart idea, duh. Okay, let's do that. So we pull up the flare gun, load the whole thing up. We go and we fire that thing off, and I mean, it looked like a black cat. Like the flare was, we'd have been better off with Roman candles. We'd have had more of a flare out of that thing. It was the most disappointing. Like we went from feeling like, oh, we're going to get pulled in, to now all of a sudden it's like, no, we really are stranded. There's no way anyone's seeing that.
Were they expired?
No, but they were as cheap as you can get them, and we have since upgraded to buying a little bit better flare.
I got cheap ones too. I might want to test them out.
It's worth doing to knowing what you're using.
Yeah,
I bought the Beacon. You guys seen that? It costs like $95. It's
like an EPIRB?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
A couple things I promised myself, if I get that offshore boat that I want someday, maybe. One, EPIRB is a must, and two, I'm going to have Sea-Tow or one of those companies that will come out and tow your butt in.
Yep.
There's a monthly.
Sea-Tow is wonderful.
There you go.
That's a blessing. My dad does Sea-Tow. He was offshore, boat broke down. He was about 20 miles south of port, and he called him, and he pays, I think it's like $250 a year, $1,000 a year, something like that you pay. But he sat down there, and it took them about 5 hours to get to him. But they came down, they tracked him down. He had some of the best fishing of his life waiting for him. And they came and just dragged him back. They dragged him all the way back to port. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and said, have a nice day. Good luck with your boat, and walked away. That's it. There's no anything.
Yeah.
I have Towboat US. It's $95 a year, and they'll come and get me any place on the Great Lakes if I break down. Also, I have towing on my trailer. So if a tire goes flat or a bearing goes bad, they'll haul my boat and trailer to the nearest place to fix it. $95 for a year.
Steel.
Say, even on the Great Lakes, you need to have it. So I'm glad you got it. I don't have any of that yet. And the tow when you have a trailer issue, that's something. Look at your insurance, right? If you have a boat and you tow it, because my assumption was if I'm driving down the road and I have an issue and I got insurance, it's going to. I got insurance on the boat and the vehicle and all that. So I had a hub go out. And so first thing I did, this is way back when, before I even knew how to change a hub myself. And I did, I called the insurance company. Hey, I'm broke down here and this, that. My boat trailer. Oh, we're sorry. We don't cover boat trailers. And what do you mean? It's insured to you. But yeah, we don't cover roadside for boat trailers. So here I am. Hey, Audrey, Ashley, you guys stand here on the side of the road to watch the boat. I'm going to disconnect the vehicle, drive back to the lake we were at, which was several miles away, to a marina to find a guy who will get in a truck with the proper stuff and drive out there and put a new hub on, which costs way more than it should have, right? So that we can hook back up and go home. So don't just assume your auto or boat insurance covers your trailer roadside. So if you're one of those folks that do that, check and make sure. I see you hooked up in backlash said boat insurance covered my tow when bearing blue. You're fortunate. That's good. That's good insurance. I remember when you did that too. I remember you posted a video.
Hey, Adam, I'm curious. Is there do you happen to know the prices of what they charge up there for that? I wonder if the competition causes the price to go down.
Good question.
I want to say it's $250 for sea tow down here, $250 a year.
Hooked up backlash. I've got Progressive. They told me no.
Man, I wonder. I don't think everybody thinks about that. You know, a blowout on a boat trailer when you're driving down the road, that can get pretty scary pretty fast.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Luckily, my first boat that won, I don't know if there's any videos with it, but Misadventure was its name because every time we took it out, we had a misadventure. I blew out hubs on that on the regular at least 2 times that I remember on the road. And then there's been times where in the driveway I checked it and it was like, good thing I didn't go anywhere because it would have blown out this time because the spindle was bad. It was worn and ugly, and so it just burned up bearings, and you couldn't get a good seal, so water always got into it. It's an ad, and I'm going to have to check, man, because I do need that. That's one concern I have every time I drive somewhere with the boat, just because now, you know, with my back and everything, the last thing I want to have to do in Texas heat is pull over and get out there and pull the tire, pull a hub. I've got a spare hub I keep in the boat now and bearings and all that. But just the idea of doing it out there on the side of the road sucks.
The other benefit that with towboat, and I don't know if the other ones do it, but if I'm in your boat, John, and something breaks down on your boat, even though you're not insured through towboat, they'll still come out and get you as long as I'm on your boat.
Oh, see, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I
they're
have to tow
charging
my boat for the day, but they will come and get me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's real nice. I think the only reason I don't have one of those right now is because if I go to the coast, I'm inshore in the bays. And if I'm here, all these lakes are pretty small, and I know enough people with boats where I can, hey, man, can you come get me type thing. But yeah, when I start spending more time in the Great Lakes for the summers, when I start seeing summers up there, definitely going to need it. Now, my question is it regional or something like that? Because I'm going to want it when I'm at the coast down here, right? And I'm going to want it up there in the Great Lakes. Is there one that'll cover all that, or do I have to have 2 different ones?
Mine is regional. It's for my coverage is for the Great Lakes. So any of the Great Lakes that I would go on, I'm covered on them. If I decide to hook up my boat, go down where you're at, no, I'm not covered.
Yeah, that makes sense. And, you know, Adam was saying down there in the chat that it's $450 if you're not a member. I'm looking at membership prices. Maybe under that circumstance, it's more financially better to not be a member.
Might be. You just got to be prepared to, hey, if you call them, it's going to be $450 out your rear right there. I know.
Well, and you got to be able to make, I guess you got to be able to do it either way, but you got to be able to make that call too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I'd much rather find somebody who's nearby. That's another thing I see folks do sometimes, and I would do the first, at least several times I went offshore here on my own. I wouldn't go on my own. I'd be like, hey, who's going out? Oh, you're going out? What boat? This and that. And, you know, boat buddies, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do that.
I'll go out with them in my boat. That way, something happens to them, I'm there for them. Something happens to me, they're there for me, you know. Because, man, if you're going 30 or plus miles offshore in the Gulf, you know, you can get out there and not see anybody. That could be scary.
I wish.
It depends on time of year and location.
Yeah.
If it's snapper season, you're going to see everybody.
Yep. Amberjack's the same way. Yeah. Snapper and amberjack, you go for either one of those, you're going to be fighting. You'll be 80 miles offshore, and you'll have 50 boats doing one rig. That's
why I'm so jealous. Thank you, Adam, for posting that. That's why I'm so jealous of folks on the Keys where, you know,
Yeah.
you're not going 80 miles off coast to get fish. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's funny. We've got great fishing off the Texas coast, but we have nowhere near the YouTube channels that go off coast here in Texas like you do in Florida. You know what I mean?
It takes more. It takes more to do it here.
Yeah, there's tons of inshore YouTube channels and jetties and this and that, but to go out there for, you know, the big amberjack sharks like you did, whatever, out there, we just don't have. I can't think of one, and there probably is, but I just don't know, YouTube channel that their whole channel is based on offshore fishing out of Texas coast.
There are some channels that do it, but there's nobody that, I guess, does a channel. There's people who go offshore and fish and they record videos, but they haven't got that, that uniform consistency to what they do.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, there you go. You guys can be the first.
Hey, I'm trying. I'm working it.
At least Stanley has some access to a boat that'll go out there. If I want to go out there, I got to get an offshore boat, and that's not happening anytime soon. You guys seen that damn swim spot we just paid for? Well, we're paying.
If you saw me and some of the stuff we did, I've taken a John boat 8 miles offshore out there. So
no,
I'd feel a lot safer in your Mako than my John boat.
I agree with that, but the one time I went out there and hit bad stuff right there around the jetties,
yeah,
my boat's not made for that. It's too low. And
you got to go on the right day. Period, bar none. You get 3 or 4 days a year where you can do that.
And when you are 3 hours away, it's just hard to hit those days. That's my problem.
Yep.
But you'll see kayakers. They'll put in right there on pins and paddle out miles.
Yep, I see them out there.
Or in the Gulf, kingfish, whatever. And it's like, I can't take my 18-foot boat out there, but they can get out there in a dang kayak. But again, you roll over in a kayak. If you're smart, everything's tied down. You flip it, you get back in it, and you keep going. You roll over in my boat, you ain't flipping that back over.
True, and you also don't always know where those kayakers are from. Like if somebody from Dallas came down the pins and went kayaking offshore and disappeared, we wouldn't hear about it.
No.
Dallas might.
Yeah, that's true.
And you would be surprised. I do that spearfishing around the jetties and stuff like that. You would be surprised how many dead boats are on the bottom down around those rocks.
Oh, that'd be cool to see. Maybe that's a video. Go down there and video some of that shit. That would be kind of neat to see.
I mean, it depends on when, like right now, I don't know if you'd see anything, but I've been down there before and I've seen pieces of 2 different boats at once.
That's cool stuff. I want to get down there and do some snorkeling sometime. I just haven't gotten to it yet, but that would be a lot of fun. And actually watching your video and some others, spearfishing looks real interesting to me again. I didn't think I'd get into that, but pretty interesting.
I hate to encourage people to do that, but man, I tell you, I love it. I love spearfishing more than anything else.
Yeah, that sounds cool. So Hooked Up Backlash said, no way I can, not in my boat. Now he's got a flats boat. And Stanley, you know what that is. I don't know if you guys, flats boat's one of those, like it's this big off the water and you're elevated on the boat and it's made to go through inches of water, right?
Yeah.
In the real shallow flats where my boat can't go, even though it's a bay boat. Now I know Robert Aguilera is a guide, and he's a friend of ours, and I fished with him. Matter of fact, I got video of me fishing with him, a couple videos fishing with him, I think. But he's the same way. If it's Poland skiff. So he's the same way. He's got one of those flat boats like that. But if the weather's just right, he's been known to take that sucker out there and go after kings and stuff. And I'm like, it's 20, I think it's 22 foot. So it's longer than mine, which does make a difference, with swell. But still, it's that high out of the water. And I'm like, I'm afraid to take my boat out there. There's no way in hell I'm going out there on a flats boat. No thank you. But there's people that do it and do it successfully. Go out, fish, and come back. So.
My grandfather used to take a little redfin out there, and we had 2 or 3 boats, so he'd take his redfin, and we had to tow him back a couple times. I'm not going to lie about that, but he would do it. And I got to make a correction on this. I'm sorry. I misrepresented this. When I took the John boat out, I'm sorry. I went 4 miles out. It was an 8-mile trip, round trip.
Oh. Yeah, I would worry about how much gas.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a difference. Sorry.
It's still 4 miles further out than I'm going in my boat. Gentlemen, we have reached that time. We're at the end of our live stream.
That was quick.
Yeah, it was.
That did go quick.
Yeah, we're having fun. That's why. I want to thank Steve, Grant, Stanley for coming in. I hope you all are looking forward to seeing what we're going to do here in the future with these live streams, rotate in between different hosts, the 4 of us basically. Next week, again, is going to be Stanley taking the lead. We will post in the different social medias, where it's at, when it's at, all that kind of information. Other than that, this is the last live stream on this channel. What's going to happen to this channel, I don't know. I haven't done a vlog on it in a while. I've got a bunch of stuff from Michigan that I might throw together for a vlog. I don't know. We'll see. Stanley released a video today. Got to fix that tip on your rod. Check it out. Steve, what you got?
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Or the tip top.
That joke had to be made. I've been waiting a week to say that joke.
You did it. Congratulations. Steve, you got anything coming up?
Not right now. I don't. I did a crawfish boil. I thought about doing that, but I don't know.
Come on, you got to do the Michigander crawfish boil.
I agree. Make it happen.
Yeah.
We can maybe think about that. That's it. I don't know. Next time I go fishing, and if it works out, we'll do something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Grant, what you got coming up, bud? What you gonna do for us?
Man, I haven't made a video in so long. I need to. I think my first video back is going to be the blue tilapia. I got them set up. Wednesday, it'll be 4 weeks that I've had all of them. So I'm going to make a video on that. I'm going to try to do that tomorrow after work.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Tilapia tastes good. A lot. It just depends on where you get them from. Adam says he's doing a giveaway and he's only got 4 people entered. So if you want to go try to win something from Adam, that might be the giveaway to enter since there's only 4 people in it.
Hey, I'll take stuff off your hands.
There you go, Grant. Another one, Grant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Fine, Grant.
Grant enters, I'm out.
He always wins.
Give away Grant.
I'll let you guys try.
No,
Give away Grant.
I'm just send it to Grant. Go ahead. He won. He already won.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. That's it. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here. Y'all have a great one. Peace.
Later.
Been a pleasure, guys.
All right.